Hi, I'm Steph Ritz. Welcome to day 19 of our 30-day writing challenge. Today's question is, when did you learn? And I know as I've just sat with this question this morning in meditation for myself, that I have no clue how to respond because there's so many different ways to respond. But while all the images were floating, the one piece, the one time that really came back is something that I haven't really looked at in the story before. So here goes. Right, I was a freshman in college taking a world literature class, and let me tell you, in high school I was like a C and a D student. I was also part of 10 to 15 clubs at a time doing theater and language and. So in college, I realized that I was paying for this education. It wasn't just about turning in homework and getting grades, and I started loving learning. And I switched to become a straight A student in that very first semester in college. And in that semester, this woman that I had as a teacher for World Lit, I swear she had something out for me. I would come to class a little early, I would sit and I would read whatever piece of World Lit we were supposed to read, and then come to class and discuss it as if I had studied it and read I absorbed literature. It's easy for me. I can not only read the lines, I read between the lines, and I read what's behind the words as well. And so I could synthesize the information, the storyline, the plot, the characters, the meaning, the message, the moral, everything within just minutes after reading the material. And my teacher was so mad. She kept trying to catch me as if I didn't know the answer. But I absorbed it. I know that that is one of my special skills, and I absorbed it, and that's okay. But I ended up leaving the education department that I was started in during that semester and switched over to writing instead, because I would have had to take 2 more classes with the same teacher that I felt no matter what I did, I would always be wrong. And so I switched. And what I learned was that she was the best gift I ever could have been given, because I switched over to getting a writing degree, where I found a professor who was a ghostwriter and had written novels and novels, and he shared all of his processes of what he did, how he brought it out, the different types of books he'd written. And I took every class this guy offered, even classes that don't interest me at all, like literature of the occult or horror. But I could barely get through the readings, and I definitely can't get through the movies because they scare me. I now understand the psychology behind them. I understand how we create our different worlds and have looked at it from a really broad spectrum, purely because I came into a class and realized that people were threatened by my intelligence. And so I learned to hide that for a long, long time, but I also learned to just go do what served me best. And I ended up with a writing degree. I still went back to education and got an education degree, and then a language arts minor to support all of that. So it's not like I didn't end up where I wanted to be in the first place. It's just that the path getting there looked differently. So when did you learn? And what happened? What's the story? How can you look back at that and see where it's brought you to where you are now? Again, I'm Steph Ritz. Give a like, give a comment, and write.